Imagine receiving a lot of money in your account while you're simply tanning on the beach. Wouldn't that be wonderful? In fact, many people are dreaming about a potential way to fuel their lifestyle completely passively, aka to be financially free. One of the great ways on how you can do it on your side would be notably to invest in the stock market and to earn what is called some dividend income from different companies. It is why in this video, you'll discover the principle of dividend investing and how it can change your life. And after, you'll see how June 2025 has been the absolute best month in terms of the earnings that I've been able to earn completely passively from the dividend income. But first, to understand the principle of dividend investing, we'll break down as if we decided to invest in a certain company. In that regard, we'll decide to invest in McDonald's stock. Everyone knows that McDo is generating the largest part of their total income by selling their food to different customers worldwide. But did you know that you could take advantage of this business model? At the moment, you could decide to invest and have a certain portion of these total earnings by basically investing in the company under the ticker MCD, which currently costs about $300 per share. Afterwards, the beauty about investing in the stock market is that the companies and ETFs in which you decide to invest have two options with the earnings and the income that they are able to generate. First, they can use a certain portion or all of the money that they have been able to generate in terms of their net income and reinvest it in the company. For example, they could decide to use this money to buy new equipment to increase the productivity and at the same time the numbers of sales that they would be able to do. And the other option will be to use a certain portion of this total net income to distribute it to their shareholders directly in cash under the forms of dividends. To see what is the total portion of net income that is distributed by the different companies to their shareholders in the form of dividend, we can use what is called the dividend payout ratio. The payout ratio formula is quite simple. You simply take what is the total dividend that is given by the company under a certain year and you divide it by its total net income. And in the case of McDonald's, we can see that they are currently distributing an annual dividend yield of about 2.38% per share that is distributed on a quarterly basis. And the positive news is that they have a quite sustainable payout ratio at the moment of about 60%. In practice, it means that on your side, you can expect to earn about $1.77 per share every single quarter from McDonald's company, which represents about $7.8 per share annually. Then, if you'd have the objective to be completely financial free, in that case from McDonald's shares, the first step for you would be to find what are your total expenses monthly or annually. So in that case, you can decide to use, for example, your financial statement and make an average over the past couple of months. And after, you need to be able to generate enough income passively from the dividends to cover all of your lifestyle. If we take the example of McDonald's shares and that we know that we are spending about $2,000 per month on average for our different lifestyle expenses, this means that annually you will need to earn over $24,000 from the dividend income of this company. Knowing that you will need $24,000 annually to cover your expenses, you could simply take this total amount and divide it by one share of McDonald's, which is about $7.8 per share. And so this would represent over 3,390 shares of MCD to reach this objective. And knowing that it currently costs about $300 per share, it would come down to a total investment of over $1,017,000. Obviously, it represents quite an important amount because if you would decide to invest about $1,000 per month in the stock market with an average annual return of about 10% per year, it would take you about 23 years to reach this milestone. And so it is why if you are solely focusing on dividend income when you are starting in your investment journey, it might not be the best strategy for you. As I mentioned earlier, there are two options that are offered to companies when they are generating some net income, which are basically to pay a dividend to their shareholders or basically to reinvest that money in the company. In Canada, you can expect to be taxed around 15% on all the dividend income that you will generate from your investments. But at the same time, you still have great programs such as the TFSA that will help you to pay no tax on all the income that you'll be able to generate from these types of investments. However, keep in mind that all the unrealized profit that you'll be able to generate when the price of a certain share appraises over time won't be taxed except when you decide to sell this share. And when you decide to sell it, you'll be taxed on only 50% of the total profit that you'll have generate, meaning that if you make $100,000 of profit, you'll be taxed on only $50,000, meaning that the other $50,000 will be a great profit straight into your pocket. But what can make growth investing pretty interesting, which means that you decide to invest directly in companies that are not distributing any dividend but that are using these earnings instead to reinvest in their own company, it is the fact that these businesses will tend to outperform the dividend investments in the long run. It is why I personally believe that it might be one of the best options for you if you're currently young and that you don't necessarily have a lot of money, and if you don't necessarily have your retirement in the short term. I believe that in that case, to invest in great growth machines will give you potential more capital appreciation and at the same time a bigger portfolio when the retirement will come. And at that time, when you'll be retired, you could decide to switch a certain portion of your growth stocks and ETFs into directly different passive income ways such as great dividend income stocks. At the moment, it is what I'm trying to do with my investment portfolio, which is greatly invest into great growth companies and ETFs such as VFV and great growth stocks such as Meta and Tesla. But if we come back to the topic of this video, which is dividend investing, I still own multiple dividend income companies and ETFs, for example, companies such as Manulife, Enbridge, and TD. And it is why only over the past month of June, I've been able to completely passively generate $641.74 from my investments. This represents a massive jump of more than $400 that I've been able to generate of more compared to the month of May, and this can be attributed to the payments of two important companies in my portfolio, which are first Enbridge that has been distributing about $280 for the whole past quarter, as well as the quarterly payment of Manulife that has been of about $155 for the past month. What is also pretty interesting about Manulife income is the fact that I am subscribed to their DRIP program, meaning that I am able to reinvest all the dividend income that I receive from this company to buy new shares every single quarter. And knowing that the current price per share of Manulife is around $42 per share, it means that at the moment I can currently earn about 3 new shares every single quarter, and the rest is directly given to me in the form of cash. So it brings my total year to date for the first 6 months of 2024 in terms of the dividend income to over $1,671. This would bring my total forecast dividend income generated for 2025 to about $3,342, but that only represents about 2% of dividend yield on my total investment portfolio that is currently worth about $165,000. So this proves that at the moment, my investment strategy is based on the fact that I want to invest as much as possible into growth stocks and ETF instead of focusing solely into dividend income. But on your side, if you're looking to find what are the absolute best Canadian dividend stocks that you can buy right now in 2025 to maximize the passive income that you receive, well, check out the video that's gonna be right over here, and I will see you soon. Peace!